9 o'clock on a Saturday, a regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Let's get to the lesson of the piano man. In the key of C, and this song, of course, being the name of the song, it was arranged for piano. So, playing it on guitar, I've added some extra bass notes, chords with bass notes, to make it flow a little bit better, to make it more piano-like sounding, like Billy, right? You know. So what we're going to do, I'm going to show you the chords that I play. You don't have to do the bass chords or the bass notes within the chords, but it makes it sound more piano-like. So we're going to get right to the chords. And the very first chord, it is in the key of C. So the very first chord is the C major chord. So how do you play C major? So let's get right to it. So you take your index finger on the second string of the first fret. You take your middle finger on the fourth string of the second fret. And you take your ring finger on the fifth string of the third fret, and you strum the last 5 strings down. That's your C chord. Now you could play the C this way, move up your ring finger on the 6th string of the 3rd fret, and the pinky on the 5th string of the 3rd fret. However, I don't recommend it in this song, and you'll see why after, when you're running through. There's some runs for running into from the G chord back to the C. So for this song, I would recommend just playing the regular C chord, strumming the last 5 strings down, and omitting the 6th string. So the next chord in the song is an A minor. And when you're on your C chord, a very easy transition, because you're going to go from the C chord to the A minor quite frequently in this song. So what I would recommend is to lift your ring finger off the 5th string of the 3rd fret and put it on the 3rd string of the 2nd fret. So you're going to anchor these two, you're going to leave these two where they are, take that one off and come underneath on the 3rd string of the 2nd fret, and that's your A minor. So your A minor is, again, it's your 2nd string 1st fret with your index finger, your 2nd finger 4th string 2nd fret, and your ring finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret. And you only strum, again, the last 5 strings down. You don't strum the low 6th string or the E string. Then here's where I add the bass note into the chord. So I take, again, I leave my 2 fingers down, and I take my ring finger and I place it on the 6th string of the 3rd fret, and I go. And how I play that, I play, of course, the 6th string, I skip the 5th string and strum the other 4. The next chord in the song is the F chord. Now here's how I play the F chord in this song. Of course, there is the dreaded bar chord the full bar chord like this. But we're not going to do it in this song right now. We are going to do it the other way without the full bar. We're going to do a partial bar of the two first strings. So we're going to take our index finger and we're going to bar the first and second string on the first fret. So we're going to take our index finger and place them on those first two strings on the first fret. Then we're going to take our middle finger on the third string of the second fret. Then we're going to take our ring finger on the fifth string of the third fret, and then underneath on the fourth string of the third fret with our pinky. And we're going to play F chord. And I usually do it this way. Bring my hand up like that to get my fingers down on the strings properly. And I'm strumming again just the 5 strings, and I'm not strumming this 6th string. The next chord is your G chord. Now I usually play the G chord like this. My second finger on the 5th string of the 2nd fret. My ring finger on the 6th string of the 3rd fret. And my little pinky on the 1st string of the 3rd fret. And here, this time, we strum all 6 strings. The next chord is a G7, which is pretty easy to do, a G7 from a G to a G7. So how I would do that, I would leave these 2 fingers down. I would lift my pinky from the 1st string of the 3rd fret and bring my index finger on the 1st string of the 1st fret and strum all 6 strings, and that's your G7. So that's your G to your G7. So that's the reason why I like to play the G that way instead of this way. All you have to do is just move that way. If you're playing this way, you have to move your whole hand this way. So that's the reason why I play the G like that. The second last chord is a D7. And how you play a D7, your first finger, your index finger, on the 2nd string, 1st fret. Your middle finger on the 3rd string of the 2nd fret. And your ring finger on the 1st string of the 2nd fret. And I normally play all 4 strings, the last 4 down. Or you can, if you want to put that in there, yeah, you could do that where it's a piano tune on the bass note. The very last one is a D7 with an F sharp note added to it. So you leave that down, you bring up, now this is a little bit of a hard reach for those of you who haven't done it before. You're going to use your thumb to fret the 6th string on the 2nd fret, and I'm going to do it this way. And I'm going to strum 6th string and then skip the 5th string if you want it, and so that's the chords in the song. The strumming pattern, it's a 3/4 time. So, and the strum pattern that works well with this song, it's 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. So just take your hand and place your hand all over the 6 strings. Don't fret them, just deaden the strings till you get the strum pattern now. So, and you count them. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and. So it's 1, 2, 3, and. So once you get that strum pattern down, you can start trying the chords. You can change from the chords if you want, or we'll just start into the song. So the very first part we're going to do is the intro of the song. And there's a little part that I do to make it sound more piano-like. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to show you this. So the chord progression of the intro, it's like this. Here's how it goes. Okay, so there's a walk down from a C chord, walk down to an A minor, then the A minor with the G bass, then it's an F chord. Now you could play a G, but make it sound more piano-like. We're gonna play single notes, and I'm gonna show you that as well. So let's start. So it goes C, A minor. Okay, so this is how you walk down from the C to the A minor, and you're going to see this through the verses as well in the song. So here's your C. So it's C, strum, and you're going to take your ring finger off and move down one fret with your middle finger on the second fret of the 5th string. So you're just going to go. Let's try that again. So you're going to. Okay, once you get that, you're going to go into your A minor. So it goes C, A minor to G, and the F. And now we're going to do that single note picking. That'll lead us back into the C and bring us to the first part of the verse. And then we go G, and so instead of doing a G, it is a G chord. You could do the G and go back to C. But what I like to do, so you're on the F, and you're going to go back to the C. So how you do that is you fret the 6th string of the 3rd fret, and you go one note. Open 5th string, 2nd fret of the 5th string, and then C. So it goes. Or up in speed. Okay. Again, with the YouTube player is a great thing. You can slow down the player just if you need to get the notes. So we're going to get right into the verse here now. So where it starts, it's 9 o'clock on a Saturday, right? So here's how the verse goes. Walk down, G, A minor with the G, F, C, D minor, G. Then it goes back to a C, walk down to E minor with the G in the bass, F, G, back to C. So that's the first part of the verse. So let's try that. So I'm going to sing that there now so you can get it. So it goes, it's 9 o'clock walk down to the A minor Saturday with the G in the bass, F, regular crowd, C, shuffles in D minor, D7, sorry, G, back to C. There's an old man, walk down to the A minor, sitting next to me with the G in the bass, making love, F, to his tonic G, and gin C. And then it goes, he said, here's the second part of the verse. He said, walk down to the A minor with the G in the bass, F, C, D7, G, C, walk down to A minor with the G in the bass, F, G, and back to C. So that's the second part of the verse. Right, where he goes, he said, son, can you play me a melody? Or a memory, I should say. Let's get my words straight, right? So I'm just going to sing that part. He said, son, see, can you play me? Walk down to A minor melody with the bass in the A minor. I am not F really sure, see how it goes, D7, G. Back to C, well I knew it complete, A minor, and I knew it complete with the B. When I F for I, G younger man's clothes. Back to C. Now don't mind my singing here now because I'm slowed down. And that's how the verse goes. So every verse goes like that. So there's really two parts to each verse. And there's 4 verses in it. So we're going to go on to the la 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 la. So you're back. You just resolved to the C. When I were a younger man's clothes, the last part of each verse, and then we're going to walk down again to the A minor, and then we're going to go la 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 la. So here's where the minors comes in. The A minor comes in with the G in the bass, and the D7 comes in with the F sharp in the bass. So it goes, or walk down. So that's that part. So he goes, so he walks down, he does, oh, la, A minor with the G, la, la, D7, la, G, F sharp in the bass, back to A minor, la, with the G in the bass, la la la, D7 with the G, with the F sharp, la, and this G, G7, right? So I'm going to sing that little part for you there now. Oh la, A minor, G with the bass, la la la, D7 with the bass, F sharp, back to A minor, la la la, with the G in the bass, la la la, D7, F sharp in the bass, la la, G, G7, and then it goes into the chorus. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. So that G7 brings us back to the C. So it goes, and it's pretty much the same as the verse. So that's how the chorus goes. So you can kind of sing that in your head while I was playing it. So, and I'm gonna do it for you here now. So it goes, sing a song, walk down to the A piano man, right? The G in the bass, and it goes F. Sing us a song, C for life, D7, G, back to C, and we're all in the mood. Mark down for a melody, A minor with the G, and U, F sharp, got us feeling alright, C. So it's actually the first, it's the same pattern as half of the verse. So that is how the Piano Man goes. So you got that intro, then you have the verse, then you have the la 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 la, I'll call it an interlude, and then the interlude brings you into the chorus. And then you can think of it as coming into the next verse. You can start with the intro again, as you started. Then you go into the verse, the same progression, and then you go to the la 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 la. Then you go back into the chorus. You start all over again, as same as the intro. It'll give you a little instrumental in between the verses. You go to do the same progression as the first and second verse again. La 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 la. Back into the chorus. Same thing over again. Then it's the fourth verse, sorry. And then you do the chorus, and you can do the chorus twice. And then the ending would be the same as the intro. So I'm just going to play a little touch of it for you again. But before I do that, instead of strumming it, you can do arpeggios. So you can pick through. Now that's another way, if you are so inclined, of doing it. Instead of strumming it, you can do a picking. There's a picking pattern. There's arpeggios. Now I do that a lot as well. With this song. I showed the strumming because it's the best way to start out, but if you wanted to kind of make it a little bit more of a different flavor on it, you can pick and do the arpeggios through the chords. So I'll just show you the difference from the strumming to the picking. So here's the picking. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. Regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. So you can do it. You can do the arpeggios like that. So anything with 5 strings. You're playing 5 strings. You're not playing the 6th string. You're just playing the 5. So you arpeggiate and it's a pattern. So here's what you do. So you start on the 5th string and you go 5, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's what you do. 5, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then you'd start over again. And I kind of showed it all downstrokes, but the proper way to do it so you can keep the flow properly. Downstrokes on the 5th, 4th, and 3rd, and then come up on the 1st, up on the 2nd, up on the 3rd, and then you're ready to go down again. So you're doing this. So that's what you're doing. So I'm going to show you the chords now. I'm just going to do a little bits and pieces of it. So that's the pattern when you're playing just the 5 strings. So you're going 5, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to lead into the A minor. So again, you're playing all 5 strings, so it's the same pattern. So you're doing. Now, when you're playing anything you're playing the top 6 string, you're going to skip the 5th string and you're going to go right to the 4th string. It could be a little bit challenging for people that haven't tried arpeggios with chords, but you have to skip that string, so you're going to go. So you're going to go. So it's 6, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's. Okay. And you're going to go F. Back to the 5 string pattern. Sorry. Doing it too slow now, but here. G. Then you're going to skip. Back to C. Same thing goes when you're doing la 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 la. So you're doing la. Then you're going to go bass note. So you're on the 6th string and you're going to go 6, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3. So when you're here, you're playing the 5. So on here, this is probably the only section you might play a little bit of different pattern, but if you wanted to stick with the 5 strings, you could probably go. Yeah, that's probably the better way to do it. So on the D7, so you don't break the pattern, you're going to do, this is all 5 strings, so you're going to go 5, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to grab the the F sharp in the bass. Now this is a little bit tricky. So you're going to go, now you're going to play the 6th string and you're going to skip the 5th. So you're going to go. So you're going to go 6, 4, 3, right? Right? And you're back into a 6 string. So you're going to do 6, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you're back into the 5. So that is the Piano Man lesson. Again, just follow that pattern from the intro to the verse to the interlude, la 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 la, into the chorus, and then there's an instrumental in between the verses. It's the same as the intro, same pattern again. It just goes over and over again. So, I hope you enjoyed the Piano Man lesson, one of my favorite songs by Billy Joel. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and hit the notification button for any future videos, any weekly videos that I will have coming out, and you will get a notification. Anyway, until next time, keep picking, have fun.